Mark Berger in here with Schwing America, and today we are looking at the S52SX. So in 1998, Schwing came out with the KVM 52 meter. That was a 4-section overhead roll and fold boom. And then in 2007, Schwing came out with the S52SX, and it is now a 5-section overhead roll and fold boom. Call this boom the RZ5, and we say that because the tip section is kind of a Z. It articulates to 270 degrees, and so that gives us over 170 feet of vertical reach and over 158 feet of horizontal reach. And the turret can be slewed 380 degrees. 5-inch Super 3000 pipeline on both the boom and the deck. So moving to the back of the machine, this has our B-Rock valve, and of course the B-Rock is exclusive to Schwing. So the B-Rock valve has less wear parts, so it is easier to rebuild. It is easier to clean. B-Rock hopper along with our aluminum fold-down hood. That is not plastic, but aluminum. And of course we have an e-stop button. And you have a little bit of storage here on the fender. Moving down the side of the machine, the outrigger pads are integrated into the fenders. 80-gallon fuel tank. We have 2 of those mounted on either side of the machine. There's our outrigger hand valve, e-stop, and outrigger push button. And just above that is our 215-gallon hydraulic tank. There's your hydraulic tank drain valve. This particular machine is mounted on a Mack Terra Pro. And of course, inside the cab, we have our 5-inch SCC in-cab controller, so that allows you to switch between pumping and driving modes. Has the rear backup camera, and you can also raise or lower your pusher axles from in here. Moving around to the passenger side of the machine, we've got some subframe mounted toolboxes. So in the first toolbox we have some hydraulic valves. So here is your boom valve, concrete pump agitator valve, e-stop, and a stroke limiter. And with all Schwings, you can run them hydraulically. So we have spots for handles here. So if you need to run your boom manually, got a couple of spots here for handles to manually run your concrete pump and agitator. These handles here will bypass your e-stop. And then we have an adjustment nut on here if you want to adjust your output. Also have a couple of ports here, so in the event that your boom pump were to fail, you can hook up an auxiliary power supply and lower your boom in the event of an emergency. The next toolbox, we have our vector controller, and that provides operational feedback, diagnostic tools, and any fault warnings. Next toolbox is just for storage, and then below that we have our outrigger side hand valves. And there's our other 80-gallon fuel tank. Just above that, we have our hydraulic oil cooler and filter combination. So the Schwings are open loop hydraulics, so we are constantly filtering and cooling the oil. Again, outrigger pad storage built into the fenders. And on the back, we have our 3-button panel. So we have an e-stop button, agitator reverse button, so pressing and holding that will reverse the direction of the agitator. And then a horn button, water box fill, water supply, and water tank valve. Above that, the operator panel with our concrete pump and accumulator pressure gauge. Ram change station that will put your concrete pump to minimal output when you're changing the rams. And then you have your water tank level gauge. And there we have our 160-gallon plastic water tank. Can get that with the tank heater. This is going to Arizona, so does not need it. And now we can get a look at the 2525 H-6 pump kit. That outputs 213 cubic yards an hour, 22 strokes per minute, 1169 psi of pressure on concrete. And again, these Schwings are all hydraulic, no electronic shifting. So stepping back, this is the Schwing S 52SX 5-section RZ5 boom, 5-inch pipeline, 2525-6 pump kit with the B-Rock valve. If you want to learn more, please go to schwing.com.